stream has begun. We're streaming!
Yay!
We're here.
It's us. Loka couldn't make it.
He's a sleepy boy.
I was gonna make up something funny, but fine.
Well, yeah.
The law choke slammed him into bed.
He fought the law, and the law won. I guess. I don't know. I guess it's good that you interrupted me, because in hindsight, the joke I was going to make actually isn't that funny. Is any joke I make ever that funny? Okay.
You've had some good ones.
I had some good ones. Big Dill was really good. Anyway. Also, so that's what tucking is. Is fucking hilarious.
Oh my god.
God damn it, Jenner.
I'm sorry, what?
Don't worry about it. I'll show you later. I'll tell you when you're older. I'll show you after session. All right, we're gonna get started. So today, as you can see clearly on the page, we're playing a game called Kagematsu. We're changing a bit, but for the most part, it's gonna play out the same. Kagematsu is a game where a city is in peril, and Kagematsu, a legendary swordsman, has come to the city for his own reasons, but the people of the city they want Kagematsu to fix whatever problem it is that has beset the city. So they have to convince Kagematsu to pick up the blade once more and take out the bad guy, or whatever it is that is facing the city. And I'll be playing the role of Kagematsu. And so now I need to introduce Kagematsu and what he looks like. So Kagematsu is a twunk himbo who is drunk all the time. And he's got long hair. And he's here. He's basically Yamcha, but drunk.
So hopefully the threat isn't Cybermen.
The threat is probably not Cybermen. And now I guess, don't tell me, I don't know if you have to tell me your stats. I don't care about your stats. Well, I don't know if I should care about your stats. But I wouldn't, like, each character plays a suitor. They're called girls, but I don't. Kagematsu's bi and pan, so they can be whatever they want. But so each character plays a suitor, and don't mind if you would like to introduce your character and describe them briefly.
Do you introduce the threat first?
I just want you to introduce the characters first, and then I will introduce the scene. I would just want us to get an idea of who the cast is before Kagematsu begins the scene. If that's okay. If you want, I can just introduce the scenes first.
But the Kagematsu character player is the one that introduces the threat to the village. Right.
Okay. So the threat. The threat is a bunch of rich people from not around here have come into the city and they started buying up all the land and driving out the locals and, raising rent and trying to gentrify the neighborhood.
In ancient Japan.
Yeah, in ancient Japan.
This happened more than you would think.
Yeah, this happened more than you think.
Actually, that's pretty in character for 15th century Japan, TBH.
So the threat is gentrification.
So I'd imagine it's like a local, what do they call it, daimyo?
Yeah.
Yeah, like a local daimyo.
And his gang are coming in and rub people up and stuff.
Yeah.
It started out as protection money, and then it got worse, and then etc. etc.
Yeah.
Oh, great. So that means that it's probably samurai on the other side. Awesome.
It's fine. Kagematsu can take them.
There's usually one samurai and a bunch of guys with swords.
Kagematsu is a legendary swordsperson. While you were doing whatever it was that you were doing, he was studying the blade.
Okay, that's your one. That's your one.
I did it.
You don't get to do that again.
I will introduce my character first.
Okay, that's fine.
I am playing a woman named Morbie Jura. She is a doctor. She's in her late 30s-ish. She is well respected in the town because she's the doctor. and everyone needs her to not, die from medieval diseases and whatnot.
Yeah. Do you need to reveal your 2 favorite things?
Yep. Her favorite location is the spot in the nearby forest where all the good medicinal shit grows, like all the good mushrooms and herbs and whatnot.
Are you playing a witch again?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
God damn it, Jeff.
I don't know why you sound so surprised.
And her favorite thing is the medicine shop that she inherited from her old master,
God
the
damn
elderly
it.
doctor who used to live here. He
Yes,
died
okay.
some time ago.
Mm-hmm. Who
I'm
wants
playing
to-
a doctor, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Who
Because you couldn't play a witch, huh?
Stop it! Who wants to introduce their character next?
She's kind of distant and aloof from everyone else in the village because she's like a transplant. She's not really connected to many people in the village.
Okay, real quick,
Personally.
because Luke is not here to ask the question. Who all here is planning on playing a Tsundere this session?
Not me.
Not me.
Me.
Now there's only one. The joke doesn't work as much anymore.
Alright. Who wants to introduce their character? Are you done, Jeff?
I'm done.
Okay, who wants to introduce their character next?
I have to go last for effect.
Okay, Breadmaster, do you want to go next?
Okay.
Okay.
I am playing Michiko.
Mm-hmm.
She is the shrine maiden of a old Inari shrine in the village. Sort of
Cool.
not within the village, sort of on the outskirts. No one really goes there much anymore because it's hard to get to.
Mm-hmm.
Up the last steps.
Yeah.
Not accessible. Sorry, go on.
She's pretty young for being a shrine maiden. She's like maybe 20. And her favorite things are the shrine itself and the heirloom mirror artifact that is enshrined in it.
Okay. That leaves you, Fafner, because Alice wants to go last.
All right, so I'm playing Izumi Kosuke. She's kind of sickly, so she doesn't really have a job per se. She's kind of just the errand gal. So she's probably, at the apothecary and whatnot, getting stuff for her. But her favorite place is a nice little grove. It's just a really nice looking spot that it's good scene to paint if anybody wanted to do that. Yeah, it's just a nice place. And her favorite thing is tea.
Aw. Alright, and Alice, it's your turn to do whatever this is that you're about to do to me. Whatever you're about to inflict on me, I'm ready.
Decades ago.
Oh, no.
I wasn't ready! I wasn't ready!
A Norwegian sailor got passage on a ship going anywhere and unfortunately crashed in a little known expedition that was trying to get to China. He ended up washing up on the shores of Japan, where he fell in love with the daughter of a local minor lord. Unfortunately, her family's star declined very rapidly, but they still had a child. May I introduce you to Asuka Langley Soryu.
Are you fucking kidding me? That was literally the joke Loco was going to do.
How dare you?
Fucking shit.
I don't get it.
How did you both have the
She's
same
just playing
fucking
Asuka from
idea?
Evangelion.
What's an Evangelion?
Oh my god!
How did you both have the same fucking joke?
My theory as to why they both had the same fucking joke is because they both want to punish me. They're both out for revenge.
Sorry, I need a moment. I almost let myself into passing out.
What's an Asuka?
I want everybody to know that when Loka was talking about his character before he had to sit out the session, he was saying he was going to make a tsundere, and then Alice was like, I'm going to make a tsundere too. And so, I just want everyone to know, both the tsunderes were both going to be Asuka.
I cannot fucking believe this.
Two Asuka. What's better than one?
Her favorite thing out of to finish it out, it's her father's weird sword, which is definitely his way-hander, and her favorite place is her maternal grandfather's slightly overgrown estate grounds.
Mm. Sounds legit.
Oh my god.
Thanks,
Okay.
I hate it. Okay. So you're just getting pity. Like nothing but pity. I don't care what you do. Alright, here we go. Bias. Instant bias. Alright. So, just a disclaimer, I haven't had much time to read the rules of this game, so we're kind of winging it.
It's 2 pages. It's 2 pages.
But it is 2 pages, and I think we've mostly figured it out, but even when we were talking about it, we were kind of getting it wrong. So...
Well, one important thing you should know, since you're never going to tell us your dice rolls, is that even you are subject to making the threat loom ever closer.
Yeah, basically if I roll, what is it, 3 6s, the threat gets bigger.
And it is 3/6 across all the rolls. So say if you do desperation and get a third 6, that triggers it too.
Yeah.
But us, not you. You don't do that.
Yeah.
You never get desperate. You're Kagematsu.
I
Too
know.
cool for that.
Kagematsu's awesome.
Threat starts at 5.
Yeah, threat is 5. I have that written down. So.
Do we have we set? What is it? Hope.
Yeah.
We get hope for a successful scene.
Thank you, Breadmaster.
Because it says fear instead. I think if they change that and update the character sheet.
Yeah.
Each round, we can choose whether we want to compare our hope against the threat. Basically, roll against threat. If we fail, I think we're out of the story.
I think that only happens at the end.
Yeah.
All right. So I believe at this point, again, I'm sorry, I initiate a scene and then y'all start trying to.
No, we initiate the scenes.
Okay, cool.
No, Kagematsu initiates the
scene.
scene.
Yeah.
I thought we say someone says who you decide somebody's going to try to get for defection first, and then Kagematsu initiates the scene. That's what it is.
Yeah. All right.
Yep. So there's rounds. So each round we all get a chance for affection, and then we decide if we want to, if each of us decides if we want to confront the threat.
Yeah.
If we fail, we disappear and a new round begins.
No, you confront the threat at the end. That's all.
Yeah. Don't.
It's after you get the promise. So whoever gets the promise.
It says specifically, each girl chooses whether to participate independently each round to get against the threat.
So here's.
Yeah, so that's later. That's after the first part.
Here's how I've interpreted this so far, and I didn't listen to the whole session, but basically there's a round robin where the girls go around trying to win Kagematsu's affections until they either get the promise or the threat reaches max. Whichever happens first. That's what it sounds like to me.
It's just we keep going until we either someone gets a promise or
all girls are gone.
Gets a promise. Like we all fail at that because you can just try for it and then you can't do it again. Basically, the first person that gets a promise made, that triggers the confrontation.
Yeah, and if nobody, I don't know, Breadmaster's like, nobody disappears during the round robin. People do only disappear if they fail during the confrontation.
Well, I mean, you could natively die and then still have flashbacks and stuff before the confrontation. I guess.
All right. So who wants to begin initiating whatever interaction with Kagematsu they want to initiate?
I feel like he might run into me before he even gets to town.
Okay.
Because I'm just there gathering stuff.
You're just there doing your thing. Yeah.
So which affection are you going after?
I mean, I'm probably going for a smile, because that's the thing I'm good at.
Okay. So I have to roll. It looks like a smile is 2 dice, so I have to roll 2 dice.
We start role-playing first, then whenever you think it's appropriate, you call for a roll.
Okay, cool.
To make it happen.
All right.
So what's Kagematsu doing that he comes across after his
character? What was your character? What was your character's job again? I forget.
She's basically just gathering stuff. She doesn't have a specific job. She's just the gopher person.
All right. Well, Kagematsu's on his way to the river to bathe and be hot in the river. You know, like you do when you're a hot samurai himbo. So he's passing by where you're foraging to go to the river to bathe.
Oh, hello. You're not from around here, are you?
I'm not from around anywhere.
What does that even mean?
He's not listening. He's staring off into the middle
Yeah,
distance.
he's still looking off
God.
into the horizon. Somewhere like sitars start playing. Just from nowhere.
Who's playing that?
Where's that music coming from?
Is it diegetic or not?
Mhm.
Who are you?
Who I am is of no circumstance. Suffice to say
Well, hello, Mr. No Circumstance.
that you're not here. That I am a man who is looking for his way.
And your ways in a river?
My way begins at this river and ends when I find the answer.
All right. Uh,
You have to initiate.
you
You have to
could
push to
stay.
basically make something happen.
You could stay in our village if that's on your way, I guess.
It would be nice, I think, to rest my weary feet after so long of travel. It has been a while, in fact, since I have had a good meal. And that porridge, when he looks at you, looks appealing.
Thanks. It's just, bits and pieces of stuff.
Yeah, this would like if you wanted to be cute, this could initiate a roll for a smile.
I will go for a smile.
Okay. So I'm gonna roll and see what the challenge is. Okay. Alright,
Yep.
there's a number there.
All right, so let's see. So that's innocence. So that goes against 5. That's pretty good. 5d6. Ooh, close one.
Right, you have to
So
throw out
that
you have to
is.
throw out the sixes, but
Yep, that's fine. That's still 10. Still
Yeah.
pretty good, right?
yeah, so you have succeeded in this roll.
So what happens, Jada? What does Kagematsu do?
So you comment on your forage as you did. And Kagematsu dips his head in the slightest of nods and even gives you a bit of a smile, just the smallest of smiles. And so
Oh, tiny smile.
just the smallest, just tiny, this wee baby smile, just so small. And says, "Well, perhaps I can. Okay. Well, I have no money, of course, but perhaps you would share it with me."
Oh, sure. Yeah. Let's see. I do actually have a bit of excess today, so yeah, I can find some of the stuff.
Here, have this mushroom. It'll fuck you up.
Okay, I think we got to keep these kind of short because there's lots.
Yeah, that's all. So you got your smile, and you even gave him a mushroom that will fuck him up. So who next? Who next does Kagematsu encounter?
I'll go next.
Okay.
So Morbier is outside of her
Mhm.
shop,
Mhm.
just like sweeping up. Maybe there's like an old man. She's like leading out, giving like a salve or something.
Mhm.
What affection are you requesting?
I'm going for a stolen glance.
Okay.
So she is just basically what I'm thinking here is I don't need to talk to Kagematsu. I just want him to notice me while I'm doing my normal business
Mhm.
as I do.
You want somebody to
helping the
notice you.
townspeople.
Got it. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So this is a joke. This is a joke introduction to the scene. I'll give you the real one. But so you're the doctor. So Kagematsu's heading your way because that mushroom that Izumi gave him that fucked him up made him sick. Gave him a bellyache. He was looking for a cure for his bellyache. That's a joke. I would never do that. So he is actually walking by walking by your shop on his way to the bar to start drinking because Kagematsu likes to drink.
As did most samurai in ancient Japan.
Yes, as you do. And he's all fucked up on that mushroom now. Oh, thank you, Fefner. I forgot to talk about that. I forgot to post about the stream.
So maybe as he's walking by, I'm probably in there all I can think of now is just like the doctor from fucking Sekiro, like just her.
Sekiro.
I'm imagining Dr. Quinn. That's who I got in my head.
I mean, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
More
You're thinking of Emma, Jeff.
Yeah, Emma. So she's just like she's talking to this old man. She's like, "Oh, just put this on your rash. You'll be fine."
Mm-hmm.
No, I want to carve my Buddhas.
and just like something about her manner is what I want Kagematsu to notice.
All right. So I guess this is almost a solo scene because your goal is to draw Kagematsu's attention to you.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sorry to put you in this position where I'm not really going to be doing much role playing with you. Kagematsu is looking around for the bar. So his gaze might pass over you, but you're gonna have to draw his attention. So
okay.
yeah.
So I'm gonna make a roll, and I guess if it's successful.
Role play a bit. No, you gotta role play first before we go for the role.
So, well, what I'm saying is,
show me some language.
I want him to notice my doting manner and my how I'm taking care of my fellow people in this.
Okay,
town.
so you've already kind of role played that where you're talking to the old man.
That's what I was
All right, so we'll initiate this
the
roll.
one-armed old man who's carving a statue while you're trying to treat him.
All right, we'll initiate this roll. Then you're trying to get a stolen glance. That's 2 dice from me, and you're rolling with your charm. Got it.
And just
okay,
like my natural elegance as I do things.
There's a number there.
I got an 18.
I mean, yeah, you
Dang,
did.
nice.
Well, so that's just that was devastating. You just blew him out of the water. He can't help but look at you being nice to this old man. And that
Sparkle
old man.
filter everywhere.
Sparkle filters everywhere. This is bubble filter, top of bubble filter.
And if he wants to approach me at that, that's fine.
Yeah,
I think I noticed this. I think a side-eye glance. He doesn't notice me looking.
Whew. There's I was gonna make a joke, but I forgot the joke because Fefner made a joke. Yeah, this is the music stops. You get one of those slow pan-ins as he notices you, and that old man that you're taking care of reminds him of his father. His father and his daddy issues that he has with his father.
Well, of course.
For some reason, you're just reminding me of Spit from the Ohuru.
Mm-hmm.
So I go, oh, you must be new in town.
I'm right here.
Not you, old man.
In this town. Town. Yes, I am new in this town, but not so new in many ways.
Middle distance stare again.
Stares off into the horizon. The wind blows.
But the old man is trying to figure out what he's looking at in the distance.
The wind blows. The wind chimes rattle.
Oh well, sir. I see. Well, I hope you enjoy our rustic hospitality. We
never gave our town a name.
We didn't. Do we need to?
No, it has no name.
I won't remember it. In our village, everything's been mostly quiet lately. The bar has been a little rowdy. One of the local lords has come to visit, but I'm sure that would be a problem for I look at the sword at your hip, a man like yourself.
There is little in this world or the next, which
I see.
Would be any trifle for a man such as I. There is no living thing that can kill me in any way that matters.
God damn it!
So I think the old man is going to be a weirdo. If I want to, right?
What was that, Jeff?
I can do a second one if I want to, right?
Yes, you can push into a second one if you want to.
I'm going to go for that compliment.
Okay. The compliment is, and you did just win one, so I'm going to give you a point, a mystery point in one of these things.
Yeah, don't
We
forget
don't know.
factors too.
I did that already.
Okay, just making sure.
Okay. There we go. I think I'm being too nice. There we go. Okay.
That's fine.
So, you're going for...
Oh, Fafnir, you also get a hope point.
You're
Yeah,
going
no,
for
I
the
got that.
compliment, which is 3 dice. Alright, here we go. Alright, that's interesting.
I got 15. Wow, I'm doing pretty good.
Oh my god.
So,
I don't think you can possibly. You can't even match that. You can't beat it.
yeah, I can't match that. At this point, yeah, it's I can see, like, it's really easy at this point to start getting...
Yeah, the lowest of is easy.
Yeah, the lowest stuff is pretty easy. Yeah, you definitely got this.
So
you're...
I hand the old man his salve and I say, okay, sir, go home. Just let me know if it gets worse or he's better.
Crab walks away.
I do my best around here, but you know, there's only so much you can do in a small village. That the resources aren't all there. It's hard to get medicine.
Kagematsu kind of... Well, you've already got his attention, so he just kind of dips a nod towards you and says, I know nothing of helping people, of doing good. But, it looks like you are very capable of bringing some good into this dark, nasty world.
Well, thank you, sir.
So there's your compliment.
and that I'll end the scene there.
Yeah, I mean, that's all you can do. You can only push for 2. So, who wants to come at Kagematsu next as he's on his way to the bar? I mean, if he's in the bar, Asuka's probably there.
Asuka's hope now then, right?
Asuka's probably there, and Asuka's probably drunk. Yeah, you get a point of hope when you win.
I get 2 because I did 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you might be typecasting me, and you're correct, but I'm still. I'm trying to figure out which one of these I want to go for.
Anyone who has already gone for something, you can also go for. So, or you can shake it up a bit and go for something different.
I mean, generally, you're going to want to play to your good stat at the start, anyways.
Yeah.
Until you start getting desperate.
Yeah.
So, I think that she's actually going to go for an introduction.
Ooh, 5. Okay. All right, you're going big. I respect this. Go on.
So, because she's originally from a minor samurai family, she was kind of raised in that tradition. So she's not really a peasant, and also definitely doesn't act like one. So.
Yeah, I don't know Kagematsu's name.
Nobody yet has learned Kagematsu's name. The closest person was Izumi, and he still didn't give her his name.
So, Asuka spends a lot of her time... She would say that she spends a lot of her time keeping the village safe, as is the duty of her family, but most of the villagers would say she spends a lot of time being incredibly obnoxious and also terrorizing them.
It sounds legit. Checks out. Okay.
So, as soon as she realizes that he is in this establishment, I think she's going to barge in wherever he is with a long stick in hand and point it directly at him.
Okay.
So
when Kagematsu enters this bar, it does that Western thing where everybody's talking and drinking and largely having an okay time, but they're largely complaining about the rich people. But they're also trying to have a good time and not think about the rich people buying out the town and the gentrification happening. But all that revelry and complaining stops the moment Kagematsu enters the bar. Like Westerns happen, you know. The piano player stops playing all that.
There's not a piano here.
Shush.
Someone
So yeah, basically as Kagematsu approaches the bar, your character just slides up to him with a stick. And
he would sit down at a table and get sake. Come on, it's a samurai movie.
Come on, Shooter!
Like no, as he's getting all comfortable and set, he finds himself with a stick like directly in his face. She's like holding out like she would in Aginata because she doesn't have one of those because they cost money.
That
So,
she doesn't have.
I'm assuming he has a sword on him, correct?
He does. He's got a big sword on him.
You, stranger, you wear a sword.
Yes, it would be foolish for anybody to not do so in such dangerous times.
It's also illegal for most people to do it. And I would know your name. Who are you?
That's a new character laugh. Kagematsu laughs at you. Laughs at your impudence. Girl. Are you going to call the cops on me? Go ahead.
I'm not sure I would need to. I mean, you can't even tell me your name. So she like pulls her stick back like she's not gonna do anything with it. She's just kind of like looks at him like, I'm not sure I would have to. I mean, you're so ashamed of your own name you can't even tell me.
I have nothing to be ashamed of, but you, girl, you have everything to be afraid of.
Middle distance stare.
Does he do the middle distance stare? Please tell me he does.
He's never not, okay? It's never not happening.
At the height of his being self-absorbed, she is gonna bop him on top of the head with her stick. Like, hey, wake up! We're in the middle of banter here. Like,
I think that's
come
the
back
role.
to me.
Yeah, okay, this is the role, because he will respond either with how dare you assault the great Kagematsu, or not. We'll see. Oof, oh no. Oh dear.
So how many of these do I have to roll?
You roll your stat for that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
You could pick either because you chose the one that's either.
Let's see if I
Okay.
rolled that many.
Yes,
Mhm.
that's
Yes.
nice.
Yep.
Then add them up and subtract the 6 of them.
We'll see. I'm rooting for you. I mean, I roll bad.
Dang.
Holy, you just put it all in
Wait.
that. What's that, didn't you? Is that one 0?
No, it's 7 and 2.
Oh, it's 9 total?
It's
No, no.
7 total.
You only
Yeah,
get 7
7
total.
total.
You only get 7 total.
Well, then I'm doing all 7 of that anyway.
Okay. All right.
She has 0 charm.
that checks out. Okay, that wins. I rolled pretty well too, but that wins. So yeah, you bop him on the head. Well, you try to bop him on the head. It's Kagematsu, so he's not there when you try to bop him on the head. But he does say, "How dare you!" Try to attempt to assault the great Kagematsu, and there's a collective gasp from the bar as the great Kagematsu has identified himself.
Who's that fucker?
So she turns and points her thing at him. It's like, ha! I knew I could get you to tell me your name.
The impudence.
Yeah, he curls his lip at you and says, "A name is just a thing that dies, but a legend lives forever."
Middle stare.
So you're gonna keep going. You're gonna
No, I mean,
Maybe-
do you want to pull for something else, or do you want to move on to the next person?
Maybe it was better that all of the samurai in my family died horribly.
It's sort of like a genetic selection. Like, natural selection kind of weeds out the ones that do this a lot.
You can see why they died. So, do you want to push for another thing from Kagematsu, or move on to Breadmaster?
I'm trying to see if any of these are something I do because I've already made the executive decision to be 0 and 7.
Okay.
No, I don't think I have anything.
All right. So next, Breadmaster, you're the last. I know there's no order, but I do want to get everybody in at least once.
Yeah.
So Breadmaster, you're next. Kagematsu is
Michi-
heading Well, he's passing by where the shrine is on his way to like the bamboo forest to practice with his sword.
I think Michiko in that case would be on the steps sweeping because there are so many steps and they need to be swept.
Mm-hmm. He's angry and he needs to work off his anger, so he's walking by you with like a power walk.
I will attempt for a smile.
Okay. You want to cheer up Kagematsu. Alright. Well, we have to begin role-playing the session before we can initiate a roll. So far, Kagematsu hasn't even noticed you. He is furious at Asuka for daring to impugn on his pride. And
the worst girl.
He's just, she's just the worst. And, yeah, so he's on his way to the bamboo forest, and he doesn't even notice you yet. So you're just sweeping. So yeah. So what do you do?
Let's see. I think she looks up and sees him and bows and greets him as fair traveler. Good tidings and pleasant weather ahead for you. Sort of just like a perfunctory, like, blessings be upon you, I gotta get back to work.
Okay. Kagematsu pauses in his walk, but you're looking for a glance. No, you're looking for a smile. So he will glance at you, can't give you what you want without you earning it. And, but he doesn't smile. He looks very sternly at you. And he says, To what sins have you committed that you confine yourself to this servitude, to a fake thing?
Wow, Kagematsu's so edgy.
Wow.
Ow, the
That's
edge.
kind of fucked up to say to the shrine priestess. Who is obviously dressed as a shrine priestess, doing a job a shrine priestess would do.
Mm-hmm.
Especially in Japan, where, the normal thing is, like, there are millions of gods. Not all of them require worship, but, like, it's probably not a bad idea to, pay respect sometimes.
I'm sure, God can come for Kagematsu anytime they want. Any god Kagematsu's taking on all comers. 1v1 me, God.
Well, stranger, I work here. This is my duties. I perform my role as the shrine priestess. I attend to the Inari messengers at our small shrine.
And this brings you... This is not a punishment. This is a choice that you have made. And it brings you... He curls his lip in scorn. Satisfaction.
What?
And gazes at you contemptuously. This man sucks.
He's so extra.
I'm sure that but I wouldn't tell them that,
Oof, this might incur a roll. Let's see, because it's not going to be the kind of smile you're looking for, but it's technically a smile. As he responds, "You know nothing of sin." And now we will incur a roll and see if it's like a happy smile or a sinister smile. Or a sinister smile.
You can't get any of that. It was all lost to the robot.
Oh no. Okay. He says, he tells your character that your character knows nothing of sin, and I would like to roll at this point, because you're gonna beat this roll. Because this technically will come with a smile, maybe, depending on if you earn it. Did you hear that?
Breadmaster, roll your dice.
Yeah, Breadmaster, roll your dice. Breadmaster?
Maybe I lost him.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Breadmaster has fallen.
Breadmaster?
Also, can we ditch Kagematsu and like fight him ourselves?
Nope, he's the only one. He's the only one who can save you.
Isn't it I think we also need to all be aware that we are aware of this threat, and we
Yeah.
are trying to convince him.
Yeah. I mean, it might be wise of you to bring up the threat to him.
I did. I brought it up vaguely.
Yeah.
I'm working towards things.
Oh,
I
no,
have
Breadmaster.
plans.
All right, we'll come back to Breadmaster and actually have him
Oh, wait.
roll.
You back, Breadmaster?
Okay,
Okay.
I'm back.
Dice.
Okay, roll your dice. You're gonna have to get back in
You
the
need
game.
to say everything again because I heard nothing.
What was the
No,
last
just
thing?
like
What's the last thing you
Sinister
heard?
smile.
It might be a sinister smile. Might be a happy smile. It's gonna depend
No,
on.
the sinister smile before that.
You know nothing of sin and the weights that it bears.
Okay.
You have yet to witness true sin.
Jeez.
Oof. Okay,
that is only an 11.
Only 11. Well, I rolled beneath that, so this is a success. So, good. You're in.
While you may be loaded with sin, kind stranger, or fair stranger, it is.
Yeah, not kind. Definitely not kind. Fuck this guy.
It is always in our nature to be able to relieve ourselves of sin through acts of charity and kindness, to do good in the world, to make it a better place for others.
Okay. He scoffs. And he says, "There's nothing good left in this world, girl." And the sooner you realize that, the sooner you can understand things the way I do. He texts you 47 messages.
Usually they sound a lot more aloof than Kagematsu is in this one.
Nah, he will warm up. Now, the second round, he'll start to warm up. Just right now, he is putting on a front. But two people have told him there's some troubles here, and 2 people have reached out. Well, many people have reached out to him, except Asuka. Fuck her.
I kind of want to push for another scene, or
Okay,
another
go.
affection.
Yeah, go for it. You can.
I want a shared moment. It's like,
Okay.
stranger, I fear that you do not understand what you say. You cannot possibly hold this to be true. Come to the shrine. Let me tell you of the great works that my predecessors there have done for this village.
Okay.
I think it's just that, just the rolls right there.
Yeah,
right?
well, I mean, I want to respond, but yeah, we should roll right there.
Okay.
How many dice is that?
That is 4 for you.
That is 4 for me, okay. So, here we'll respond what has happened to your city before, or in lieu of what has happened to your city now. Oof, okay. Okay.
I got a 17.
You're technically not winning right now.
You have 4 dice and you rolled higher than a 17?
I rolled 4 5s.
You're not supposed to say that, Jenner.
Sorry, I rolled higher.
What could the mystery number possibly be?
The secret revealed.
Do I want to use desperation?
I mean, it's risky. It's not like you know what Kagematsu's number is.
Fuck you, I'm sorry. I'm
Maybe
so
they
bad
have
at this.
bribe or threaten of violence.
Threaten him with God's violence, that would rule.
Come on, Brewmaster. Work it in there.
I'm thinking. I will show Kagematsu disdain. It's like, if you
can't yet. You have to do the affection that same line is on first.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to
Yeah.
unlock it.
Then I'll just fail.
Are you sure? Just bribe him. Do something. Come on.
Yeah,
Come
the
on.
shared-
You gotta
the
save the village.
This shared moment is gonna fucking roll, just so you know.
Nah.
Oh, wow. He really wants to not say. Okay. Fuck the city. Alright, you lost, so I guess you get,
Nothing.
You get.
Yeah, just X off the shared
Yeah,
moment.
just X off that shared moment. Okay. Okay. And I don't give. Do I still give? Do I still assign a point, even though they
just
lost?
for the first one.
Okay, cool. All right.
Not for the second one. You get nothing for the second one. No hope or pity. I mean,
All right.
love or pity.
So
What does pity do?
to end this scene, for in the most epic Kagematsu that I've established fashion. Kagematsu will look at you with scorn and say the good things that have happened to the city, the bad things that have happened to the city, they are just one great cycle that will never end. There's no point. And if you are unsatisfied with your situation, then you have only yourself to blame or your God.
Is Kagematsu a nihilist?
Yes. Blame yourself for God, he says, and walks away.
I should have hit this guy harder.
Gosh, because gentrification is your fault. Yeah, alright. So now, I guess...
What is the point of pity? There's nothing in the rules that say what you do with it.
What it is it does not build towards helping you resolve the threat at the end of the game.
Okay.
So
Alright.
if Kagematsu doesn't really actually care about you, it's not going to help him solve the problem.
Alright. So now Kagematsu has been a dick. Let's establish this round. He's going to be less of a dick. So there's a bit of time that passes, a couple days pass, and everybody in the village is still being really, really nice to him. And he's kind of starting to warm up to this village a little bit. He's kind of getting attached to it. He's kind of mincing with the locals.
Maybe that's
Well, this is the end of the round?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the end of the round.
Yeah.
If no girl chooses to test their hope, Kagematsu is
that's
defeated.
at the end of the game.
Yeah.
After all
It
the
says
rounds are
each
over.
round. It says each round.
No, each round of resolving the threat at the end. Those are different rounds.
God, this rule set is so
Yeah, this rule
poorly
set
worded.
needs to be fixed a little
Well,
better.
I couldn't buy the PDF. It wouldn't let me. I'm sorry.
I got the PDF from your Mega Drive.
That's the same thing.
Yeah, it's just a
That's
character
not the
sheet.
actual PDF.
Yeah.
That's what I found. Yeah, that's rounds during the threat. So, like, the rounds at the beginning when you're trying to get his affection just keeps repeating until someone gets the promise, or everyone fails to get the promise.
Yeah.
So, to establish a new scene, and then whoever wants to jump in can.
You asked first. You ask the
Yeah.
affection first.
Oh yeah. Who wants to try and appeal to new, less of a dick Kagematsu, new and improved, less of a dick Kagematsu.
Quick question. You can push for a second thing. Can you do that after you fail?
Yes.
Like, could I do one? Okay, so I might actually start with attempting a stolen glance during one morning. I think somebody's asking me to help serve breakfast.
That's right. You got to smile first, so you can get the stolen glance. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Cool. All right. Sure.
Yeah. So this one isn't really my best stat, so we're not gonna get a good glance, but might still go into a conversation.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So Kagematsu is going to the well to get water, because you got to stay hydrated when you're an edgelord samurai who hates God, and has daddy issues. So he is, waiting his turn. He's actually waiting his turn instead of being like he was when he first showed up, which was barging his way to the head of the line because he's fucking Kagematsu bitches.
No, it says if you fail, the scene ends.
Okay.
Try get if you get.
Okay. All right.
So I guess I'll do a stolen glance later then. I'll start with my good thing.
All right. What are you going for?
A kind word.
Okay.
Working my way up.
All right.
So
he's waiting his turn for water.
So I think Izumi gets in line behind you. It's like, oh, you're the stranger from the other day.
Stranger? I've been here for several days now, and I would like to think that I've become less strange and more familiar.
Well, that's good. I'm glad you're getting familiar with everyone here in the village. You'll have to pardon me. I either don't get out much or I get out a little too much,
One day you will look back at moments like these when you are too much of something, and you will think fondly on them.
Middle distance stare.
That is in fact still happening.
I suppose. Life's a little bit, monotonous. I'm here, I'm there, but it's all kind of just one big blur. But I keep busy.
Life is complicated. Says Kagematsu in response, as one person gets the water and walks away, and the next person moves up in line, and the line moves so forward, ever so.
Well, so what have you been doing here in this village?
Oh, mostly training, honing my skills, and familiarizing myself with these lovely townsfolk, and uh, doing odd jobs to raise the funds or accepting the hospitality of these lovely townsfolk to, you know, be comfortably housed in this fine village.
Ooh. Well, if you need help with any of that, well, I know a few good spots for training that have hopefully not been taken up. I know odd jobs around here. And I know a few people who might be willing to let you stay for cheap.
Kagematsu grunts, yes. Cheap would be good. The prices here are outrageous.
Yeah.
I did not read. I assume that perhaps there might have been some measure of exaggeration in your earlier claim, but it appears, he glances around, that your assessment was accurate.
Yeah.
That's almost a kind word. So I guess we're gonna roll here because that was actually kind of a compliment. So let's see what happens.
Jenny, you tricked yourself when you gave it a compliment.
I said he wasn't gonna be a dick anymore, and now I'm being too nice.
Just be more aloof.
I didn't want to be. You were hating him.
No, not mean, aloof. It's different.
Jeez, I keep getting close with these.
It's only 12.
Gotta stop rolling sixes.
That is what is that, a 12?
Yep.
Yeah, with only 2 dice, you do get the compliment. So to stay so optimistic under the oppression of such callousness and suffering is admirable, and it's something I wish I had never lost.
Middle distance stare.
Well, it's understandable that you might lose that sort of thing. Does get kind of depressing, seeing everything get just a little more difficult. I used to like strangers coming here, and, well, certainly you were a bit different. Most of them are very clearly rich and very clearly don't care about much of anything. Just see this as a nice spot, and then it's theirs.
That yes, this world is full of takers, girl. Takers who take, he says deeply, and
So poetic.
and the sand. I hate sand. It is so coarse.
It's so coarse that it gets everywhere.
I feel like this might lead up to a shared moment.
Yeah, if you want to try and segue this into a shared moment, yeah, we could probably get this. So go. I will roll, and we'll see if we can. This is shared moment is 4 dice. Okay, please, let's do this. Do not fuck up. Oh, that's really good for you. Okay.
All right, please no sixes this time. Please no sixes.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I keep cutting it close, and that's another 12.
Okay, hold on.
Hold on, you rolled. That's the 6 total in this scene.
Oh,
Okay.
Is it the scene? I thought it was just like.
If you keep push it, the 6s rack up. So
all right, so I'm
Okay.
gonna push this. So the threat goes up to 6. You are technically losing right now. But I will tell you, not by much. It's very close.
But either way, the threat makes itself apparent.
Yeah, but either way, the threat makes itself apparent on. Since you're the one who blew the roll, you get to decide how the threat makes itself apparent.
Ooh, I'm thinking we've been in this water line for quite a while. I'm thinking some of the thugs come in and are like, "Hey, what's
Well,
everybody waiting at our watering hole for? This is
First,
ours."
before you do that, are you gonna try to use this? Do you want to try to win the brawl still or not?
I
You gotta resolve that
think
first.
I do, because I have disdain now.
Mm-hmm.
So that adds another d6. So please, for love of God. I mean, it doesn't matter if it's another. Well, it does kind of matter if it's another 6 because it's pointless. But oh wait, only the. I
Just
fucked
roll
up
one.
that one.
Just redo it.
Okay.
Just roll a d6.
Yeah, don't. We're ignoring this.
4.
Okay, good. All right, you.
So 16.
Yep, you got it. You did it. You were only losing by 1, so you did it. All right. So what was the desperation move that you did?
Disdain. So,
Okay.
I think how the scene starts, it probably does start with a bunch of thugs coming in and claiming that this is their watering hole, and you can't use it if you want, but you gotta pay because that's a convenience fee. They're being nice, letting other people drink from this well. It's a good well. So, what might Kagematsu do that might evoke some disdain from me?
So these guys are just hassling people, like pushing people, bullying people, driving them away from the well. Kagematsu has a sword, and he's a legendary swordsman. Like, it's known. He's not a stranger anymore. You know this is fucking Kagematsu. And while these dudes, he can clearly kick all these dudes' asses, but he's not even doing it. He's not even intervening at all. What a fucking coward.
You do have a sword.
It's a nice sword you got there.
These are the kind of guys I've been talking about. Well, these aren't even the rich ones. These are the people the rich ones hire. They're also from out of town. They're just dicks.
I don't see how that's disdain. I'm sorry, you're gonna have to be meaner. I don't feel negged yet.
How does Kagematsu respond to that? Maybe give us some.
I mean, I guess the best response he can have to that is that he just continues to, he doesn't even acknowledge you. He doesn't even look at you. He just ignores what you're saying.
Oh, come on. What are you going to do? Just wait there? Just pay these guys? Just let us all rot here? Let me tell you, not everyone in this line can afford these aren't even huge prices. It's a small fee. We still can't afford it. It's water. We need this. Come on.
I mean, please just insult, tell him he's disgusting or pitiful or pathetic. Yeah, tell him he's pathetic. Yeah, okay. Tell him he's pathetic.
Sold his honor.
That's a different one.
Keep talking about how everything's different and bad now, and look at you. You have a sword and you're not doing anything. Can't you even try?
He looks to you and he says, the reason I don't try is because I tried before. And in that moment of trying to save everything, I lost it all. But let me show you. And he draws his katana, he sighs and unsheathes his katana. What happens when you fuck with Kagematsu?
I think they would just run off.
The second they hear "fuck" with Kagematsu and the shink, they're just gone. He doesn't even get it all the way out of the sheath.
That's all for me today.
Oh, I gotta get going.
See? Maybe this time it's not so bad. I get ya. Sometimes threats are bigger, but something like this, those guys are just, bullies.
He sighs and shakes his head.
Jenny, what's a shared moment? We got to move.
Yeah. Sorry, go fast.
This may be a 2 session thing.
Yeah. Sorry, the world is full. The world has an endless supply of enemies, girl, and there's always another to replace them. And any amount of evil that is displaced, Oh God, how to end this? Just he grunts.
Draw the water and walk back with it.
He gets the water and he dispenses.
Actually, Izumi gets the water first and gives it to him. She's like, "All right, well that's all well and good, but for today, we all get water."
There you go. That's a good moral. There you go. You are getting this. You are turning Kagematsu. Yes, he nods and he says, "Yes, for today, they have been chased away." And as he walks back with you, he says, "But I'm still wondering if there's anything still worth fighting for when I've already lost so much." And yeah, so who wants to move on to engaging with Kagematsu?
I have one.
Oh,
Okay.
no, go then.
Jeff, go.
No, you have less health than me, so you get preface.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think that she's going to also go for a shared moment.
Great.
I'm assuming because he's the wandering samurai guy that at some point he is probably going to practice with his weapon.
Yeah, he's already been doing that. So yeah, he's doing that again.
Asuka is going to find where he does this and show up with her normal stick, but with a water skin tied to one side, and attempt to bring him water, but also to sort of get him to let basically practice with him.
Okay, so you will find Kagematsu training in the river with his sword, taking practice swings into the air with the sword, thigh deep in the raging water, shirtless, sweaty, glistening. Damn, he's hot.
So she's gonna wave from the shore. Is like, could you use a drink of water?
My, aren't you a tall drink of water?
Wow. I wasn't going to. I didn't want to.
Asuka would never.
No.
It's out of character. So you're trying to get a shared moment with Kagematsu. Okay, so you're like at this point, even a shared moment could already be starting because you've just offered him water. So let's roll. I don't even have to roleplay yet. You've already initiated this is a moment that we could have. What is shared moment again? Is 4 dice, right?
I still roll all.
Yeah, 4 dice. Okay, here we go.
I still roll all my innocence, right?
Yep. Ooh. Okay. This is again. This looks pretty well for you. This is good.
No, there's 6 in that. That's bad.
Oh no. Okay. So the threat escalates again. So now the threat is 7. Oh no.
That's only 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oof.
No. Yikes.
Oh dear.
Am I even close enough that I could do a desperation?
Hold on. 1, 2. I can't count out loud. Sorry. Okay, you are barely losing right now.
I'm going to attempt to bribe Kagematsu.
Okay. What do you bribe Kagematsu with? You are already offering him water.
So when it doesn't seem very impressed, Asuka...
Yeah, he looks at water. He looks at you offering him water, and he looks back down at the river, and then he looks back up at you,
sparkling.
And he's like, "I mean, I appear to not be for want of water."
Quick rules clarification: when you subtract love, when Kagematsu subtracts love, that means they subtract the number of dice that is equal to their love, right?
I think I think it's a number, not dice.
Then
So-
there's no point to it.
Are you sure? I mean, look.
I have no idea.
Let me look.
I've been subtracting the number from the roll instead of the dice. But if it's a dice, I apologize. We've been doing it wrong this whole time. I've been doing it wrong this whole time. And as such, if it is a dice, I will remove a dice from now on.
Because love is so weak then if it's... How are you supposed to get the promise made if it's 9 dice being rolled against you?
You
Okay,
use
okay.
desperate moves.
Okay, I agree. I think we should remove dice. So I apologize for doing it
It
wrong.
says right here, from his total must in secret subtract the amount of love he has for the girl. So it's the total you subtract it from.
Oof. That's so hard.
That's it. It's meant to be hard.
Mm-hmm.
It's meant to make you do desperate things to try to succeed.
Once you do desperate things, you can keep doing desperate things to get the dice you need.
But you only get access to those desperate themes if you succeed at the other affections that allow them, huh?
Yes, why you build up to him. So you don't just go for the promise at the beginning. Plus, it'd be bad for you.
Anyway, sorry. So you're gonna bribe Kagematsu. Go ahead and roll your 1d6, and then tell me how you bribe Kagematsu because he's clearly got water covered. That was just what you needed, and I'm gonna say a match is a win. So yeah. I don't care what the rules say.
She has a little pack, and when this doesn't work, she's going to pull out a thing of sake.
Nice. Spice it up a bit. We all know that samurai cannot resist sake.
Okay, so I guess that he will at least let her sort of go through the motions of training with him.
Yeah, he grunts in a solid snake way and says, "Yeah, perhaps you are a woman of taste. Come, join me in the river. Perhaps keep your clothes on." And as you train in the river with him, we will have a quick montage where he talks to you about how he was trained by his mother in the art of the sword. He lost his father at a very young age, and his mother was the only one left to protect them. And once they lost his father, his family was beset by, vexatious men, and his mother had to train herself how to defend her family, and then she trained him when he was old enough to pick up a blade.
Okay, I'm going to go for a second.
Okay.
I'm going to go for a secret hold.
Okay, secret. Okay.
Don't forget the threat loomed in that one too.
Yeah, you have to bring that into it.
Ooh.
Yeah,
so
and the threat
I triggered that one. So, I think at some point during the story, farther down the river, some of the new daimyo's soldiers stopped by the river all between villages and kind of just stop for water. And there's nothing they don't attack or anything, but they're definitely eyeing the two of them.
Oof.
Sort of just to let you know that we're here.
Okay. I mean, it's a 7. It's a threat of 7, so maybe more threatening. But I'll accept this. This is fine. I'm not in charge here.
And okay, if it's more threatening, then I guess they kind of stay there until Kagematsu starts heading back to the village, and only when he starts doing that will they disperse.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Just following you back.
They're staking him out. Yeah, they're waiting for that moment of weakness to strike.
So she's gonna do.
Little they know that Kagematsu is the perfect killing machine, and he never rests.
Yes.
Sorry, go on.
So she's gonna do a secret toll. Should I roll that first?
All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need to roll, and then you need to roll, and yes. Well, I mean, we should role play until we initiate the coming of a secret, or the prying of a secret, or the attempt to pry a secret from Kagematsu. So how are you going to go about getting the secret from him?
Oh, okay. I thought it was that she shared a secret with him.
Oh, either way, I think it's your.
Okay.
This is something that you're getting from Kagematsu. That doesn't mean
okay.
that you can't reciprocate.
Yeah, all these things are getting from Kagematsu.
So after he's kind of worked up a sweat, and she pours him some sake.
The
to
sweatier
share.
he gets,
he's sweating because he's
yeah.
in the river.
The
That's true.
sweatier he gets, the hotter he gets.
But he's in a river. He's already wet.
He's only wet from the thighs down, from river water, and he's wet from the thighs up with sweat.
She will ply him with sake, and then try to get to know him more, and try to pry some secrets of his past out of him by revealing a secret of her own, namely that one of the reasons why her grandfather's clan lost control of this region from the old daimyo was actually because the old daimyo died, and no one knows exactly whose fault it is, but secretly it was definitely her grandfather's fault because he failed to stop the assassin's blade.
Gasp.
So no one knows, and if anyone knows, they would probably all blame her and her family for everything bad that's happened.
Everything that's bad that's happening right now.
Yes.
I know something. Well, yeah, okay, yeah, let's roll because that will definitely elicit a shared moment, perhaps. Oh no. Okay, well, can't escalate more. Good news.
Yeah, you can't get worse. So.
Can't get worse.
And you guys subtracted your 6 is 2, Janet, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I
That's still pretty good. That's 25. I mean, 15. I can't do math.
Yeah, 15 will win.
Awesome.
I did not roll well. I rolled 3 6s, so I lost 3 dice there. So yeah, Kagematsu will say, guilt. I see guilt weighs heavily upon you as it does I. It's so easy for us to blame ourselves for things. The things that we are not responsible for.
I mean, I gotta deal with it by being abrasive, but your whole thing of like speaking totally in death poetry is also kind of neat.
Okay, so first of all, you get used to staying when you've already won. And second, how dare you? He chuckles and says, "I am what my experiences have made me." And he tilts his head to the side, and I studied hard so that so I could protect my family in my mother's stead, and I failed in that. So I too. And he stares out to the horizon. I too failed to protect what I loved and what mattered to me. And he glances aside to you, we have a shared trauma. All right. And then he'll move on. So who wants to encounter Kagematsu now? It's free for all. I think Jeff, you want it in.
Yeah, I'll go next.
Okay.
I want a lasting impression.
Okay, that's big. Where's that one at? Okay, it's 4. All right, that's not that big. It's fine.
So what is Kagematsu doing?
All right, so at this point, Kagematsu has started befriending everybody in town, except the Shrine Lady, because he hates God so much. That's not your fault. fucking edgy atheists. Anyway, at least he's not a misogynist.
He believes in God, just hates him.
Yeah.
It's different.
So Kagematsu is currently, oh gosh, what would he be doing? He started to help out around the town, but not in the way that the town needs help, which is, driving off the assholes.
Just odd jobs to cover his rent.
Odd jobs to cover his rent and stuff. So right now he's actually fixing a roof We'll go with that. He's fixing a roof.
What if it's my roof?
Sure, he's fixing your roof.
Wow, thank you for doing all this work around here. I know that.
Oh, and his shirt is off, and he's sweaty, and he's still incredibly hot. Sorry, go on.
It could just be assumed at this point.
Yeah.
Right.
I still don't technically know Kagematsu. I can't use it because I have not been formally introduced.
I mean, no, everybody has been talking to him at this point, greeting him.
No, we know, but
yeah.
Propriety says I cannot use his name until he has given it to me.
Oh, okay. Sure.
So I walk out the front of the of my clinic, and I look up and say, "Well, thank you for doing this for me. I know that times are tough right now, and everyone's just doing what they can to help out around here to cover themselves. But it really means a lot."
To think, if my peers could see me now, the great Kagematsu, fixing roofs.
You can't give me your name, Jen. You cannot give me your name. I haven't earned that.
Oh, wait, is that a thing that you can earn?
Yeah, an introduction.
An introduction.
Oh, okay, never mind. Sorry. Yep, okay. Yeah, good point. Sorry. A legendary swordsman such as I now doing the simple task, the menial task of fixing a roof. Scoff.
Well, I personally believe that there's no task that's below anybody. We're all people here, aren't we?
Some of us more human than others, he says, looking at the thugs who have still been following him around and staking him out, looking for a moment of weakness.
Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna look at them and say that's true, and I am going to walk back into the clinic for a minute while he's just up there hammering, and I come out a little bit later with something in my hands and I whip it at them.
That rules.
And it is it's like just like a sachet full of like some kind of powder that just explodes on them, and they all start like sneezing.
That's rules. Okay, that's definitely an attempt at a lasting impression. So I'm gonna roll. We're gonna see if you beat it. Oh no! Oh no! No!
I got 11.
Well,
good roll.
Good news. Floor dice don't count, so we don't get imperiled. I'm gonna re-roll. That's the third 6. And hopefully it's not. Okay, good. We're good. All right. Okay.
So I'm at 11.
Hold on, I need to count. You win. Because
I do. Wow.
Yeah, because I have to take numbers off of what I rolled because of the stats you currently have. So yeah, you win.
Or do not have, yeah.
Yeah, there's some stats here that people have.
So I do that. How does Kagematsu react? As they're like sneezing and they're like cursing at me and running off.
Kagematsu laughs and says, "Well, that's one way to get rid of scum."
I suppose, but it's only so much I can do. I am not a legendary swordsman like yourself. I'm gonna push the introduction.
Okay. An introduction is 5 dice. Okay.
Yes.
Well,
like I'm sure that a swordsman of your renown would have just no problem dealing with the thugs that have been running ramshot over our village.
Kagematsu grins. That would be true. In fact, there is not a swordsman alive who can match me. There is no greater swordsman in the land than I.
There's no greater swordsman in the land, but, I mean, how can I truly know that if I don't know your name?
Does a whisper have a name?
Oh my god!
Does an ideal...
That's not a good roll.
Does purpose? Does destiny? Does justice have a name? If it does, what did you roll?
8. I rolled 4 ones and a 4.
Kagematsu!
Oh my god!
There you go.
Really Yamcha'd that.
Oh, it really did.
The dice wanted
right.
it. The dice wanted it.
Wow, Kagematsu.
Well, don't pronounce it wrong. How dare you?
Kagematsu. This doctor by the name of Morbier appreciates at least what you're doing right now. Okay, that's my scene. Oh shit! I can't believe I pulled that off. Oh my god.
Okay, who wants to? So we're at 7th threat. We got to get to this promise. So you all need to hype it up because we got like an hour left. So we need to go big. All right. So who wants to go big? Who wants
I've
to go
done
big?
2 both times.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I need to give you 2 points. I think
Or
I.
1 and 1. It's really
Yeah.
up to you.
Yeah, I got you. No, you're fine. Okay, I think I might actually be a bit behind on who I had scenes with and who gets points, but I think I'm okay. I've done the math. It checks out. Okay, we're all right. So who? It's people doing bonus scenes that are messing up my math. But I think I've got this. Okay. So who wants in next?
I think it's Breadmaster.
Yeah, Breadmaster, do you want in? You haven't done. You haven't.
Fed to win.
Yeah.
Breadmaster, do you want in? I mean, he hates God, but that doesn't mean he hates you.
Yeah, I don't know what to go for really.
Okay. So, let's see. You, I don't know what, what your stats are. And I can't tell you what your current thing is. So I don't know how much I can help you, but
I mean, you don't gotta go in order.
yeah, I would recommend doing like something a little bit lower yet, even though we do need to go big. The person right now I feel who could go the biggest is actually Jeff's character because he just got double points with Kagematsu.
I have a plan, and everything I'm doing is moving towards it.
Mm-hmm. So I would recommend a lasting impression or compliment for your character, specifically Breadmaster.
Well, I know what's set.
I think the compliment would hurt his pride more, considering he hates God and you are servant of the thing he hates.
I only have 2 charm.
Oof. You can do it. I believe in you. I roll shit.
Like I said, you always spend in Kagematsu. It's always an option.
Yeah, you can always use desperation to roll more dice once you lose and then win.
I don't know. I'm not feeling any of these.
Oh.
I'll pass this time. Let someone else go.
All right. Does anybody else want in? I'm sorry that you're not into this, Breadmaster.
That's the round, so.
Okay, that's the round. All right. So new round. Kagematsu is not at this point. He does not like these people either in the town. Like he's not pleased with these guys either. So he's much more like amenable to your woes, but that doesn't affect like things as much as I wish it would.
Mm-hmm. If nobody else has any ideas, I guess I could go first again.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So what do you want for Kagematsu?
I think an introduction this time around.
Okay. That's a good one.
I think by this point we've actually ended up doing odd jobs together.
Mm-hmm. You're often foraging together. Because the city, he's now become, like, originally when he was here, he was just demanding so much from the city, and the city doesn't really have the resources to supply him, but he was very selfish. But now he's become more sensitive and compassionate to the city, and he realizes the strain that he was putting on the city with his demands. And so now he forages with you to take less of a toll on the city.
So also he needs to eat.
Yeah, and he needs to eat.
That too. He helps me hunt. He can actually get animals. Yeah.
Yep. Yes, that is the thing that he can do. He can also shoot a bow, because that's a thing that samurais actually did.
Mm-hmm. So, I think at one point, they're just going along, and Jimmy's like, you know, known each other for a little while now, but I don't think we've properly introduced one another.
No, I don't think we have, but I do know that you can spot a mean mushroom. And better friendships have been formed on less.
Um,
He's not
So
going to introduce
are we gonna
himself first.
roll?
He's not going to introduce himself first. If you want to do this, tell him your name.
Well, I guess for starters, I'm Azumi Kusuke. You can just call me Azumi. It's easier.
Oof, that's so formal. This is Japan. Just kidding. Zumi-chan.
No, it's so info. It's the not the surname because we're not doing it backwards.
Yeah, I'm casual.
Zumi-chan, I see. I.
All right, let's see. D6. All right, come on. No sixes. Well, it's only 1/6 this time around.
What'd you roll?
13 overall?
Hold on, I'm counting.
Yep.
You're losing, but not by too much.
Ooh.
Come on.
Well, beg and plead seems a little overboard, but you know what? It works. I can make it work in this scene.
I give you my name, you bitch.
All right, come on. No sixes. No sixes.
You
That's
slut.
a 2. That's not great.
Give me. It's exactly what you needed again, and a match is a win.
So beg and plead of Kagematsu.
Yeah, beg and plead of
Debase yourself.
Kagematsu. Call him a fucking slut.
Oh,
No.
come on. We're out here every day, and I know you do the whole mysterious thing, and I'll admit I don't understand you half the time, but I feel we should at least be on a first name basis since, you know, I'm kind of asking you to call me Azumi. That was kind of forward, wasn't it?
This is adorable. For many, Kagematsu smiles at you. A name is just a shackle, but my name, Izumi, my name is a weapon. Kagematsu is my name.
So itchy.
All right. Do I want to head towards a compliment in this scene? Because that's not my good die, but also I do want get naked as just something
Look,
for my
look.
back
If
pocket.
you're gonna do get naked, then please
for
go for a touch. Go fucking big.
Well, no, she didn't have access to it yet.
Yeah, exactly. I need a compliment so I can get naked. Otherwise, I just keep my clothes on all the time.
Heck, damn. Yeah, Isumi's not a never nude. That's just not canon.
So what do you do to evoke that?
Yeah, what do you do to invoke a compliment from Kagematsu, who's just said that his name is a weapon?
What is your name?
Weapon, huh? Well, that's considering your performance the other week. I would say that's true. People those thugs tend to run at the sight of you, or hearing your name, rather.
He chuckles, and he says, worse things have happened at the sight of me.
Well, yours is a lot more impressive. The best way I can ward off those thugs is just looking like a bush covered in tea leaves when I get back to town.
Looking like a bush. He eyes you up and down, scoffs. and I guess we'll roll at this point because he may diss you.
This will probably be a diss. Let's see. So that's 3. So that's only 2 die.
Looking like a fool.
Oh,
He
that's
puts his
3.
hands on the ground. Would you roll?
3.
Oh, you are super losing. I don't even think you can.
Nope.
You can. There's no.
Man.
I don't think there's a point. You could debase yourself to a point to which you roll enough dice, maybe to do this. But like a 3 is a lot to come back from, considering what I'm seeing here in front of me.
I only have so many desperation moves, and like I don't even know if I'd want to use all of them in the situation. I don't think I would.
Yeah.
All right, then mark that one off as impossible.
I guess Azumi's pants are just staying on for this entire
Shit!
session.
Darn, that goes against what I wanted, but it's not about what I want.
There's always the future.
What does Kagematsu say, Jenner?
So he scoffs and he says, "A bush," and he glances aside and, gosh, I don't want to be too mean, but he's like,
Go for it.
a bush could bear fruit, but you, you barely do anything at all. Oh God! Ouch!
Oh. Yeah. Well, I guess if that's the case, I guess I'll just go back to town then.
Wow, fuck you, Kagematsu, you say, and walk away. I'm so sorry. You rolled low. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to be mean to you. Okay, who else wants to go
I
at
dump all my
Kagematsu?
stuff into his collection sack. Guess I can't carry things either.
I can go next as Alice wants to go.
Mm-hmm. Jeff,
Alice,
Go on ahead.
okay.
Jeff, you have some powerful numbers here. You can go big. All right, I want you to know you can go big.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna keep going up the charm tree, I guess. I'm gonna go for that touch.
Yes, you got that touch.
You got the touch.
What is the context of this scene, Jenner?
So Kagematsu has come.
Remember my stuff. Like,
Yeah.
use my things.
Yeah, Kagematsu has come to your hut because he has a headache. And I presume that you are going to serve him some kind of medicinal tea. Perhaps. But at this point, he has just come to you with complaining of a headache.
Oh, well, Kagematsu...
He has a shirt on. You didn't even know he owned one.
Yeah. When did the pain start? Where is it? Like, pointed, like, is it in the front of your temple? Is it in, like, all over? Like, what are your symptoms?
Please don't kill me. My current pain is in my head, but the pain of life the pain of life is everywhere.
Well, that may be true. I'm speaking specifically of the headache you came in here about.
Right around here, and he points. He's got a tension headache. Okay. And right around the temples.
All right. I believe I can do something for you here. And she goes and she just collects a couple medicinal herbs and some other powders and whatnot, and starts she puts them in a mortar and pestle and starts grinding them up together. So
he sits patiently, fidgeting.
Kagematsu, this doesn't seem to be is this a common thing for you?
It's been happening more recently than I'm used to.
Well, I mean, sometimes these things come out from stress or some other deeply seated thing that's going on with you. Please take care of yourself, Kagematsu. It's important that you keep yourself hale and healthy. And I go to hand him I pour the powder into a glass with like a cup, and I pour some wine into it, mix it up a little bit, and I go to hand it to him.
All right, so this is the touch for sure. So we have to. I'm gonna roll these 6 dice, and we're gonna see what happens. So I need to count the dice to make sure I'm rolling exactly 6.
Oh, yeah, 12.
Right,
no, 11.
Hold on. Let's see what I got. Okay, hold on. I'm doing some math.
6s, man.
And hold on. I have to reduce the stat that you have. You passed by 1.
Oh, holy crap! All right, yeah. So I hand it to him, and just like for the fleeting moment, like, well, you describe it, actually, you.
Yeah. So you pass the cup of, it's warm, right? It's warm wine and medicinal herbs to Kagematsu, and Kagematsu reaches out to it in gratitude, and for a moment, just the briefest moment, your hands touch.
Can't believe I'm doing so well.
And he even makes eye contact with you and smiles. and he
I
doesn't.
don't. No, he does not smile. I have not earned that yet.
Oh yeah, you haven't earned that yet.
No, actually, yeah. I'm gonna go for that next.
Okay, go
I'm
for
gonna
the
roll for that
go
right
for
now.
the smile
Oh,
next.
heck.
Let's do that.
I-
Okay.
That smile.
Get
It's
that
2,
smile.
2d6.
Yeah.
3. Ooh.
No. Wait. You rolled a 3.
It's only 2 dice for you, though.
It's only 2 dice for me, and I still need to reduce your love. If it was just flat dice, I have to reduce their stats. So hold on.
Don't tell me this information. I don't want to know it.
Yeah. Hold on. I'm doing some math. I'm sorry. I'm bad at math. I have to pull out a calculator. Okay. You are barely losing. Barely with that 3.
Okay. Shoot. So what does he say first?
So
Before
his hand touches yours, and briefly, and he looks up at you, and he doesn't really say anything. He just makes eye contact, like intentional, like charged contact. Like there's people just standing around with fucking saxophones waiting.
Okay. Well, then I'm gonna say, Kagematsu from if someone else saw that look you're giving me, maybe they might suspect something that wasn't actually true.
Which one is that?
I'm accusing him of impropriety.
Okay, roll your
Nice.
one more dice.
Yes, that makes it
Oh, you did it! Okay, yeah, that's over. You only needed a 2. So, Kagematsu chuckles and says, is there something improper happening here? Milady? The fedora lowers down from the ceiling and it lands on his head.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm done. The scene ends.
You get your smile. A knowing smile, a wink and a smile.
I'm just 6 hope. I'm doing so well.
Yeah, you're doing really good. Alright, who's next? I think, Asuka, you should go next. And Breadmaster, you should really try. You can do this. I believe in you.
I mean, or you bow if you're not feeling it, it's fine.
If you're not feeling it, you can bow out.
Yeah, this isn't my game.
Alright, that's fine,
okay.
Breadmaster. We appreciate
Fine,
you.
everyone
We
is.
appreciate you trying.
I haven't flirted for a while, so I want it.
It would be cool. It would be better, easier to flirt with Kagematsu if he wasn't, this guy.
It's not the flirting. It's just. It's the. I won't talk about it on recording.
Okay.
Have a good night.
Yep. Take care, Breadmaster. Thanks for trying.
Good afternoon, not night.
Yeah. Have a good day. Not a bad day. All
It's
right.
a romance game. It's okay. That's
So-
everybody.
So yeah, I guess Asuka, it's your turn, I think.
Yeah. I think I'm actually going to go ahead and try for getting him to promise.
Really? Oof, that's real big. I believe in you,
Just
though.
jump for it? Okay.
I think you should build up to it, but okay. Because he hasn't even, okay, that's fine. All right. I accept this.
Well, actually,
I
hold
do.
on.
Well, I do. Look, this is a good wager because I do roll like shit. This is a Jenner fact.
Yeah, because it's getting late. I'm going to go ahead and try.
Okay. So I guess I set the scene. What would Kagematsu be doing right now? He is just, he's just had a nice, lovely time with this hot doctor. He's, I'm gonna say that he spends too much time at the river. You already did the bar. What else is there to do? He's hanging out by, the blacksmith, just watching the blacksmith.
What if he's out by the estate?
Oh, the Daimyo's estate.
Yeah. No, Asuka's estate. That's all, dilapidated.
Oh, yeah. He's wandering around your estate. I don't know, for reasons. Doesn't matter. He's there now, wandering around. He's Kagematsu. He does what he wants.
So I think that she sees him from up on the wall and calls to him.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of gets his attention.
Yeah.
Leaning over it. So what brings you around here? Hmm?
I am just seeing to what extent this plague has spread.
Oh, you mean the soldiers?
Yes, the infestation.
Oh, you mean like the ones that were here a couple hours ago and have been bothering us all the time that you've done nothing about?
He sneers at you. Yes, those ones.
She kind of like she's very much just like messing with him, like laying on the rail.
I can tell.
You mean the ones that you could definitely totally beat any moment now with your amazing sword skills?
It would be effortless, child.
Effortless. Really?
Yes. To do this thing, to do this simple thing, would.
What if I didn't believe you, and I had to be persuaded?
He sneers even more. It's like sneer times 2. Child, I have nothing to prove to you.
Aww. Here I thought we were getting along. You are a swordsman.
Yes, clearly.
And I don't have anything else to do with it. Remember I told you about my grandfather?
I do recall, yes, our shared trauma.
He doesn't mind what I do with it, so wait here. She's going to get something to show him. Will he stay there?
How long does she take?
I think she's going to take about somewhere between 8 to 10 minutes.
Okay. He's technically still there, but he's starting to leave by the time you come back.
She leans over the rail and what appears to be some kind of sword.
Oh, interesting.
Of a kind he has not seen before. And she says, want to get a load of this?
That sword.
My father wanted me to be a sword pilot.
Don't make that joke.
My mother invented.
Stop. Does that let me see that weapon? Does this weapon have a name?
So she kind of like she's brought with her a sash that she's actually using basically as a rope to sort of like get it down to him. And she says, it doesn't yet, but you know, it could use one. And I feel like it would only really deserve a name if it was given one by a war giving names to swords.
Ah, but it is not my sword to name.
It could be.
He unsheathes the sword and looks and investigates it, sheathes it, and hands it back to you with a small shake of his head. Child, this is a lovely sword, worthy of many warriors, but it is no match for my Tetsaga. And he pats his sword.
Oh my god! Really? Wow. Okay, she's gonna go ahead and offer that if he promises to stay and help them with the daimyo's bandits, that she will give him the sword. And honestly, if he has the sword, he might as well take the estate too.
I can't believe I just looked it up. I can't believe you did this, Jenner. I did not remember, and now I do, and it's all come back to me, and I'm so mad.
I'm so proud. Okay, well, this is 9 dice. You are trying to initiate a promise by offering him a sword and your estate. So let's see. I'm gonna roll.
I think the implication in offering the estate, it implies other things too, Jenner.
Perhaps.
Yes, it does. It implies several things.
Hold on. Okay. Okay. That is. Hold on, I need to write this down. I don't want to write it in the stream. Okay.
All right, do I roll?
Yeah, you need to roll 2 as well. Hold on. And I rolled 1, 2, 3, 7 dice, and it's 9
Oh, heck.
dice. So 2 more dice. Hold on. Okay. All right. What'd you get?
29.
Holy shit!
Oh wow.
Imagine
Yeah.
not getting any 6s.
Good news. I roll badly. So you don't even need to do anything dumb to get this
How?
promise. I rolled a 23.
I can't believe I got sniped like this. I'm betrayed.
I rolled 2 6s and just not a lot much else that got me anywhere above and close, like remotely close to that. So good. I mean, general's bad. This is a thing. So you offer him this sword. You offer him this estate. He says he takes the sword. He throws it aside. He looks at your estate. He scoffs. Offer me the world if that's what you want, but I want none of these things. Just you. All I want is you.
God damn it!
I mean, I do also come with the estate, to be fair. We are technically inseparable. But thanks.
Shit.
For you, my love, Asuka Langley Soryu, I will defeat this evil
Oh my god.
with my
All right, it's time
Tessaga.
for competition.
I will cut down gentrification. I am Kagematsu, and I'm fighting for the woman I love.
Can I where he can't hear, I'm like, can I rewrite some of these terms?
Too late. You've done it.
Can I separate myself from the estate?
All right.
You
it's
clicked
time for
I accept.
competition. We need to move on.
Yeah.
It's so late.
Yep.
Yeah, you clicked I accept on the terms of service without reading it. It's too late. Okay, so now we go to the confrontation. So Kagematsu gets a number of dice equal to the threat score, which is 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good. Okay. He rolls these dice and arrives at a total in the usual manner, but keeps that result a secret. And he should accompany the roll with a small bit of narration, perhaps describing a moment or two where he engages with the threat, perhaps something else entirely. Okay, so I'm going to roll these dice. Secret. Okay. I'll do that math in a moment, but that's a pretty good roll. That's not good. All right.
Oh no.
Anyway, so Kagematsu, after screaming about this, tears off his shirt, charges towards the daimyo's estate, and well, before he does that, he looks to you, Asuka. He says, "A favor to carry with me into battle, milady."
God damn it.
God.
Oh my god.
I'm so angry.
I find whatever is at hand that looks vaguely like it probably belongs to me and chuck it over the wall.
Wow. Okay. He accepts your favor and he goes charging into battle, and the bodyguards try to face off against him, and he just cuts them down like nothing. Like
All right.
nothing.
So we already decided if we're gonna test our hope or not.
Yeah.
And then
And he
do something
continues his way in, and so now, yes. You want to
So
test
the
your
nice-
hope?
So we all have to pass for it to succeed. So keep that in mind.
Yo.
Let's do it this way.
I could
so
make this a tragedy because I probably won't win.
type in what you want to do, whether you're gonna roll or not. You roll your hope, or just type in 0, and then I count of 3, just hit enter. Okay. Sound good?
All right, sounds good.
All right.
Ready?
You ready, Fefner?
Oh boy. Oh man, I'm so gonna fail this, but I'm ready.
God. All right. 1, 2, 3, go. I think the sixes don't
Sixes.
matter this one. You keep the sixes this time.
Okay.
I think. It doesn't say anything about dropping them.
Well, otherwise I'm at a 7. Though the nice thing is, I like that you don't necessarily die if you fail the roll, you just disappear, which works perfectly for me.
So what? Oh, I did actually enter. Shit. There we go.
Okay. So my question is, can you still use moments of desperation?
No.
No.
You
Then
just keep. Basically, if you fail, your hope drops to 0 and you can't do any more, then you just do another round. Whoever
Then-
succeeded.
Ironically and hilariously, the only one who failed this roll is my beloved.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Your beloved is one of the highest hope. The highest love, though.
Yeah, that's true. Well, let me I still subtract the love?
No. But
Okay.
your beloved is, by mechanics, whoever has the highest love value on your sheet.
Oh. Well, the
Not
person...
whoever you made the promise to.
Okay, well, never mind then.
So who failed?
Well, Alice failed. So Asuka failed,
Okay.
but everybody else succeeded. Fefner matched. I rolled a 19.
Dang.
Yeah.
All right, so I don't know. Do you roll again in the new round, or do you just use the current one?
I think we just used this.
I think we should roll again.
Okay.
Everyone should, including Jenner.
Okay.
It's not clear.
Hold on.
Confrontation. After each roll a new roll.
I can't believe Asuka's fucking dead.
Okay.
Wait, Alice, before you go, narrate what happens to Asuka
Yeah.
and why no one talks about it anymore.
She's like, fuck this guy, oh god!
Asuka, filled with buyer's remorse, decides that, you know what? Actually, being a Ronin sounds awesome.
Well, goodbye.
You just take the sword and bail.
Yeah, I just take my sword and bail.
Nice. Okay. Every girl who rolled dice win. If every girl, no, not every girl rolled dice won. The girl who loses the roll immediately reduces her hope to 0, which you did, and she will not get an epilogue during conclusion, and everyone else is prohibited from speaking about her again. Okay, so we've never talked. We will never speak of my wife again.
Harsh.
If there comes a time when no girl chooses... Okay, that didn't happen. After each roll is called for, and until such time as Kagematsu is victorious, all the girls have their hope reduced to 0. Okay, so how do we determine if Kagematsu is victorious or not?
So we keep rolling until either everyone fails or there's only enough. Everyone succeeds in the roll.
Okay, so we got 2 people left. I'm rolling the 7 dice
but
again.
I think this is implying that you would roll again.
Yeah, I got this.
One.
Yep, hold on.
Some more stuff.
Yep, hold on. Oh, this is even better. Okay, good. All right. So Kagematsu continues carving his way through, and as he gets to the gates are barred, and he just does one of those like crouching tiger, flying dragon leaps over the fucking gate.
Oh man.
And as he crosses over the top of the gate, in the courtyard are guards with fucking guns, and they open fire on him.
Alright, I'm gonna roll.
Yep.
Oh boy, here we go.
Alright.
13, that's not great. God, even those good rolls.
Jenner.
So threat doesn't increase while we are doing this,
No.
right?
No.
No,
Okay.
I think at this point even the 6s count towards the roll. It's just during the first part where
You rolled a 13, you rolled a 24. I rolled a 10.
Holy
both,
shit,
You
what?
both win.
How?
I rolled 4 6s. Then 6s don't count anymore, right?
No, I think they do.
Oh, they do? Well then,
Oh, they do.
god. Well then, this might be bad. Hold on.
So in that case, I go. Goodbye.
Yeah. Goodbye, Fefner. So where
That's
do you...
fine, like I said, you don't have to die.
Well, I don't know.
I think
Let me
it's
look at it. Hold on.
ambiguous.
Let me look at this. Let me see here. Oh no, total in the usual manner, so 6s don't count.
Okay, good. Okay,
I
so you
should have
still.
passed that first round then.
Yeah. Whoops.
We'll
Well,
say that I got this far.
yeah. All
So
right.
then I got a 18.
Okay. So I guess. Wait. So did everybody
shy?
succeed, or did somebody
What
fail?
is your roll without the 6s?
A 10, like I said.
Then yes, I would succeeded.
Okay.
Got it definitely for. Should I say that I went out in the previous round?
I say stay in. I mean, unless you want out.
We didn't know at that point. I mean,
Yeah.
I still would have passed, but barely of the other one.
We'll say I get an ambiguous ending then.
Okay, go ahead and narrate your ending. I know it says you don't get to, but fuck that. So what happens as
All right.
Kagematsu is,
That is
descending?
the bank error in our favor.
Yeah.
I technically failed, but I succeeded. So yeah. Anyway, so I think once they pull the guns out, surprise, Zumi was actually there all along, and she just basically bum rushes one guard into the other.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, "Go!"
Okay. Oh no, heroic
And she just picks up like not even a sword. There's probably not a sword nearby. Some sword-like object, and she's just shaking while she's holding it up, just facing two men who are downed but have guns.
Mm-hmm. She too
does
could have a
Kagematsu do,
gun
Jenner?
if she wanted to. Kagematsu, the shots miss him as he just floats, to the ground, and he looks at Izumi facing off against the thugs, and he turns away as he has a mission to complete. He rushes in, and that's the last time we'll see Izumi. As Kagematsu goes in, and so we had one person loose. We just have one more round. As Kagematsu basically goes into the palace, like the palace foyer,
And I guess I'm there now somehow.
and you're here.
I'm just gonna roll it.
Yeah, I would say so. I get to narrate the
no,
scene.
that's a bad roll.
So I get to.
Oh no!
Oh no! I get.
That's
That's a
only
7.
a 7.
Okay, I get to narrate the scene, and I'm not gonna roll yet. But oh no, this might be bad.
No.
Get all 6s.
The daimyo is sick, and you have been called in to care for him in his ailing health because his young, like more ambitious, even eviler son is like has called you in, and he is here to inherit, and he will be even worse, for he is Jeff Bezos.
Oh no!
And you rolled a what?
Oh, I only
7.
got a 7.
Hold
Yeah,
on.
I
7.
rolled really badly.
You did not succeed.
So Kagematsu does succeed.
So Kagematsu does not succeed.
Oh no.
So I rolled way above a 7. I did not roll any 6s. I rolled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 22, 23, 24. I rolled 24.
Oh god.
Yowza.
Fuck me. Everyone fuck me. I had such good rolls the first one.
I don't have to. I can't subtract the love, right? So
No, that's only
yeah.
for deciding how the ending happens.
Rippity rip.
So it's tragic ending.
It is a tragic ending. Okay. Who narrates the tragic ending?
I get to narrate part of my epilogue, but you decide how the Kagematsu thing ends.
Okay. Go ahead and narrate your tragic epilogue.
And I guess for my thing, did I have the most love or not?
You did.
I did. Okay. So here's what I think happens then. I am there tending to the ailing Daimo. He is like not looking well. Kagematsu rushes in, like busts down the doors, cleaves through several guards, and he goes to kill the Daimo.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm a doctor, and I can't let my patient come.
You have a Hippocratic oath.
Yes. So I throw myself in front of him
No.
And Kagematsu cuts me down
No.
without being able to stop.
Not again.
And then Kagematsu also, that doesn't mean Kagematsu gets defeated, but he doesn't necessarily die. But the village gets consumed by the threat.
Yeah.
So take from that. So I get cut down as the daimyo looks up at him, with I don't know what something in his eyes, and I just I reach out for Kagematsu and then just go limp.
Kagematsu cutting the one who he loved most down, bursts out with a no, and drops to his knees, dropping his sword as the daimyo who is on his last bit of life passes away, and stepping out from behind the curtain is the daimyo's eviler, more sinister son, who looks at Kagematsu with a sneer of his own and says, "Can't kill you in a way that matters?" Ha! And he gestures and says, "You never mattered at all."
I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Okay, so that's the end. God damn it. It's so close.
As
I never get to fuck Kagematsu.
you never got to fuck Kagematsu. You could have.
I didn't get to take my pants off this
You
time,
didn't get
but
to get
next time
naked.
in Blades in the
I
Dark.
didn't get to use it either. I could have.
I did as the days pass, the city gets just completely taken over by this guy who's running it, and his father wanted to build expensive luxury housing, but his son builds a freaking labor camp, and the foreman is Kagematsu. And that ends. And that ends the tale of Kagematsu.
Okay.
Thank you for coming joining
as
us.
a sidebar thing, I'm pretty sure the rules we have are not like the final version.
Yeah.
I think how the conclusion works.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that is, and I couldn't buy the PDF. It
Yeah.
would not let me click on the button.
And we're not sure how accurately we played, ran the system. The system could use a bit of work.
I think this is the early version of it.
Yeah.
That's not
Yeah.
the final.
I
Because I'm pretty sure in the final, instead of hope, it's fear, and you start a number and you count down as you get stuff.
Yeah.
And that affects how the ending stuff goes.
I
think you combine all the fear from all the characters.
Yeah.
And that's what makes the threat.
If the creator actually watches this video, I don't know if I'll reach out to them. I would appreciate more gender neutral terms, like don't call them girls, call them suitors. And
it is the thing set in 1400 Japan.
And
so this should have been guns.
And I would, on a personal note, would appreciate if one of the desperation moves was completely changed, because the bad one, the one where the woman threatens to kill herself, needs to go away. Thank you.
Yeah, it's a samurai movie trope, but I understand.
So this was fun. I guess it's sad that it ends so sad.
I had a lot of fun playing this.
This is good. All right, Kagematsu was a dick.
More time. This is the game that seems like take good 2-3 hours to go through.
In closing, fuck Kagematsu. What a dick.
Also, partway through, I decided the village's name is Sutakina Sakana, which Google Translate tells me is lovely fish.
Great.
Just thought of a random phrase. Now that's the village's name. Now it probably isn't, because now it's a labor camp.
Yeah, now it's a labor camp.
Kagematsu's fucking Inuyasha. This whole time. So mad. You're so mad at you, Jenner.
So that was the joke.
It was Inuyasha's sword, yeah.
Tetsuga is Inuyasha's sword. Does anybody have any parting words before I stop streaming?
Alright,
Nope,
fine.
I'm good.
I'm sorry it wasn't for everybody, but that's okay. Because
Yep.
not every game is for everybody.
Now every game is for everybody. Thank you for joining us, and I had a lot of fun being Kagematsu. Goodbye.
Bye.
Good night and goodbye.